In the diagram, P and Q are the midpoints of OA and OB respectively. OA is equal to 2A. OB is equal to 2B. Do not forget that P and Q are the midpoints of OA and AB. Expressed in terms of A and B, the vector PQ. We need the vector PQ. That's the one that we need. In finding the vector PQ, we will make use of the vector PA, then the vector AQ. From P to Q, we may go from P to A, then from A to Q, which might seem a little bit abstract at the moment, especially for the portion from A to Q. PQ is equal to, because we are attempting to find PQ. The first part of the motion, consider OP is equal to PA, which is equal to a half of OA, which seems to be maybe something that needs a bit of unraveling. We will find PA. P is the midpoint of OA. P being the midpoint of OA means that the vector that goes from O to A, the vector that goes from O to P should be half of that vector because it is the midpoint. Also, being the midpoint from P to A is the same vector as from O to P because each of them is a half of the entire vector that goes from O to A. That is not strange. Now the rest of the problem is straightforward if we recognize that a half of 2A is A and a half of 2B is B. I'm sure that those two minor statements are not anything that require that we do any amount of unraveling. A half of 2A is A and a half of 2B is B. That's straightforward. Now we may go straight ahead. Do not forget that the vector OA is 2A. Therefore, P being the midpoint, OP is A. And PA is half of 2A, which is A. OA is equal to 2A. And if we are going to go from P to A, then that is going to be just A. So that is A, which goes first. That is the first part of the motion, A. The second part of the motion is a half of AB. It's going to be a half of AB. And we found AB already to be 2B minus 2A. AB is equal to 2B minus 2A. So we'll have AQ, which is a half of that, to be a half of 2B minus 2A. And we have our no-brainer right here, which says that half of 2A is A and half of 2B is B. Therefore, that part of the motion will merely be B minus A half of 2B minus 2A. Do not forget that we found AB already to be 2B minus 2A. That's all there is to it. Removing the brackets does not affect the expression. Why? If we just remove the brackets, it may just be written in the same way. Because if we have A plus and then we have in brackets B minus A, then we could treat that as if we are just multiplying by a positive 1. Plus 1 times positive B is positive B. And positive 1 times negative a is negative a. The expression is unaffected. A minus a, as we have here, a minus a, those two will have a cancelling effect on each other, and the result will just be b. So PQ is equal to b. A plus b minus a, these two will have a cancelling effect on each other. Consequently, PQ is equal to b. Any movement that is comprised of a set of other movements is the sum of those other movements. The movement from P to Q is comprised of the movement from P to A, then from A to Q. Therefore, PQ is the sum of the movement from P to A and the movement from A to Q. For access to hundreds of free videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Richard James Mathematics Resources. For unlimited access to thousands of exclusive full-length videos, please subscribe to our Vimeo channel, Richard James Mathematics Resources.